Guys, there's a problem. There's a very big problem. Because Ghanaians here who are planning to travel outside the country, they are frustrated.
Wow.
Ghanaians who are living in the diaspora now, they are frustrated. People who even entered the embassy this morning, they are frustrated. Because previous years, if you are traveling from Ghana to the United States, United States, if you get a visa, it's like between 1 to 5 years.
True.
Depending on the visa that you are granted, right? With multiple entries.
Yeah.
But yesterday evening, we woke up this morning and it's like, changes come.
Wow.
The US government have revised the visa policies for Ghanaians. Not just Ghana, Nigeria is also part. But let me remind you guys, we did a story here, I think 2 weeks ago, when the Minister for Foreign Affairs cited that over 21% of Ghanaian students who have completed school in the US have refused to come back to Ghana.
Hey.
And he was even pleading with them to come back to the extent where the US government added Ghana to their watch list.
Okay.
So it'll be like ICE Day our top for a very long time now. But we woke up this morning, it's like, yesterday morning it was for Nigeria. Yesterday evening it's for Ghana. They have revised the policy. I'm like, what is happening? The United States government has revised its visa reciprocity policy for Ghanaians, limiting the duration and number of entries permitted under most non-immigrant visa classifications. Changes come.
Limitation.
And when we talk about visa, we have different types of visa, right? We have A class, we have B1, B2 visa, we have C1, we have D, we have F. The popular ones that we know is the B1, B2 visa because that's mostly for tourists and then business operations. Another popular one that we know is the F1 for students.
Okay.
Because most Ghanaians, when they travel outside, when they travel to the US, either it's for education or maybe before business. The A-class people are the people who are the diplomats, people who hold diplomatic passports. And so money they are safe. But under the revised policies, a lot of things have been changed under different categories.
Wow.
The only people that stand safe, according to the U.S. Department of State Bureau and Consular Affairs, the holders of A-class visas, these are the people who hold diplomatic passports. They will continue to receive multiple entry visas with validity ranging from 24 to 60 months. So for people who hold diplomatic passports or diplomatic visas, these people have access to multiple entries. But this revised policy starts from people who are yet to apply or people who are yet to receive their visas.
New
entries. People who are already in the US, they don't count unless their visa expires. So if you already received your visa, 5 years visa, if it expires, then this rule applies to you. But as you sit and you watch me and you are now planning to go to the embassy to apply for visa, after every 3 months,
you gonna renew.
USA revised B1, B2 visa policy for Ghanaians. Now 3 months validity and single entry.
Single entry. One time.
3 months validity and single entry. As I said, the B1, B2 visa is for business and then tourists, people who are going for vacation to visit their relatives and all that. Previously, you can get 1 to 5 years visa. But now it has been reduced to 3 months with single entry. Previously was multiple entry. The single entry here means that within the 3 months, you can only travel to the US once.
One leg.
Single entry, just once. Previously, the multiple entry, let's say if you have a 5 years visa, you can travel to the US multiple times within the 5 years. But now, just once, and then you come back. And after the 3 months, you are going to renew B1, B2 visa. Then the students, when I saw the students, I was like, this will really be disturbing for the students. The students, the people of the F visa, these are people who mostly travel or they get visas to go and study. If you are planning to go to the US to study for 4 years, undergrad, or 2 years, maybe masters or anything that you are trying to do, your visa that's going to be issued to you would last for 3 months.
3 months to pay.
After 3 months, you are going to renew. So if you are going to the US to school for 4 years, the visa that's going to be given to you is going to last for 3 months. So after every 3 months, you need to make sure you renew. And when you are renewing, bro, you have to apply. And you have to pay.
Pay. Application,
la
paye.
Problem. More cost. I'm like, bro, what's happening? Then the K1 visa. The K1 visa is visas issued to foreign citizen fiancés of a U.S. citizen intending to marry within 90 days of arrival in the United States. So if the man is a citizen of the U.S., the wife is coming from Ghana. No, not the wife. The fiancé is coming from Ghana. That's like the K1 visa that is going to be issued to you. 90 days within arrival. That one is going to be granted and for single entry and then 6 months period. The K2 visa is an unmarried, a child. Let's say the man is in the US and then the lady is in Ghana. She's traveling to the US to get married to the man. And she has a child. That is for the K2 visa. That one also for single entry and then 6 months period. Same applies for the K3 visa is for foreign citizen spouse of a U.S. citizen, and the K4 visa for the unmarried dependent child under 21 years are both multiple entry visas valid for 24 months. So if you are married, that one, if you are married, 24 months. Yes, 24 months, that's 2 years. All other visa applicants, including those applying for B-class visas, which cover business and tourism travel, will now be issued single entry valid visas for just 3 months.
3 months.
The updated guidelines published under the US visa. Reciprocity and civil documents by country for Ghana also affects students' visa applicants. Reciprocity means say you do for me, I do for you. So how you treat my citizens is going to be the same way I treat your citizens. So if Ghana is giving US citizen maybe 6 months validity period, the US is also giving Ghana 6 months validity period. That be how the reciprocity they work. And then the F1 visa holders who are typically enrolled for full-time academic programs in the US will now be issued visas that allow for only one entry and expires after 3 months. So there's going to be a very huge change. But clear details why the US is embarking on this has not been stated, right? Why the US is revising this has not been stated clearly, because it's been written here that while the US government has yet to issue an official public statement on the rationale behind the change for Ghana, such shifts are often linked to bilateral diplomatic considerations, immigration policy enforcement, or updated national security assessments. So we don't know why the US has revised their visa policies for Ghana. For other countries, for Nigeria, if you go on their website, their Foreign Affairs Ministry has clearly stated the reason why they are going. For Nigeria, it's also going to experience the same thing. 3 months, 3 months. I think other countries that I saw Cameroon in the list. That's not been fully confirmed. Some other countries that are also on the US watch list. So for Ghanaians now that seek to travel to the US,
here is the update.
Bro, this is the update that is coming. And one, it's going to be very expensive. Because when you go to the US and you come back, let's say even for business purpose, after 3 months, you have to go and queue. Apply again, get visa. And you know, when you're applying for US visa, you pay. If you pay, they can bounce you
or
unbounce you.
Okay.
So a lot of things they involved with this, right? But as I've said, yen Ghana nangasane ye pre. Because if we have citizens who have been granted visas to go to US to go and study, and 21% have decided not to come back, what do you expect the US to do? I've seen people online saying Donald Trump is not being fair with people. Bro, the US is becoming overpopulated. The last time I was doing a story, they mentioned one, is it Ethiopia or one African country? Chad.
Chad.
Bro, when they go, they decide not to even come back at all. So this revised policy, after 3 months now, your visa expire. The first 5 years, anytime you can visit. Now when you go once, that is it. Come back, pack your things, and stay home. It's just going to be very expensive, one on the student side. People who are even traveling for business purpose, because every 3 months you need to be actively applying for visas.
If you bounce you multiple times.
Now, me a day, I don't even have US visa. I'm now planning to apply. I want to go and have some good time. 3 months. Planning to go and spend some good time. 3 months. Imagine you are traveling to the US probably for business purposes, and you won't date the US for 6 months. But after 3 months, you have to queue again. Then you apply. I don't blame them. We the people, go and make a go some. We don't practice it here.
True.
Somebody won't go and you don't come back. Now that they tighten their belt, you they blame them.
We gonna stay here.
No.
We gonna drink Sobolo.
Because for Donald Trump, when he came to power, one thing that he was heavy on, bro, mass deportation. If you don't have your papers, you go back home.
Go home, man.
If you don't have your papers are not accurate, you are definitely going back to your country. It's not even specific Ghanaians alone that people have taken this out of context. And Ghana, bro, it don't be only Ghana, Nigeria, same thing. Yesterday morning, and their Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a press telling them that, hey, this is what is going to happen. So it's not just going to be B1, B2 visas. The only people that I think they have a slight edge is the A class. The diplomatic passport, they are traveling for government official meetings and business purposes. Into Omono, they are safe. But for theirs, it's even 24 months. And I think 24 months and 60 months. B, K1, K2, F1. When I saw the figures, I thought I was calculating my BEC results. A1, B1, B2. It gave me flashbacks of my WASSCE results. F1, F2. Poor man Peking go think say we are talking about WASSCE grades.
I don't know. Say that.
Rich man Peking will know that we are talking about visas. Bro, I was going through the list. I see something like they get C1, that is transit visa. They get D for crew, F student, M vocational student, J journalist visas, I journalist, J is exchange visitors. Sorry, I journalist. I'm like, wow. So as it stands, there's a predicament. We are in a plight. Because the 3 months. Let me know what you think about this, right? What you make of this. We are just waiting for the US to officially release a message telling us the rationale behind this adjustment. Even whether they tell us or they don't tell us.
Whom are we?
It's in full force. Because if you go to the website, this morning, when you go to travel.states.governments.gh, it has the visa classification. So when you key it in, when B, you see 3 months, number of entries is going to be there. When it's F, that's the student visa, you are going to see 3 months. You are going to see number of entries there. When it's A, you are going to see the details and everything there. So it has taken effective today. It's working. So that's the update now with the US that has revised their policies. The visa reciprocity policy for Ghana that is going to limit the number of entries and visa classifications. My name is Ace Kanti. This episode is brought to you by Lemfi. If you're in the US, please send money back home, right? Send money back home so that we can use to apply. We can use to renew. Send money back home. Use the promo code DINGO. We'll see you on another episode. This is going to be difficult for Ghanaians to deal with. Yeah. See you guys. We out.